Well, what the hell? I'll just do a part 3. I'm on the road and I'm in traffic. So, like I was saying, it's funny, back to free will and the evidence of God, how no one complains about um, heaven being eternal. But they only complain about hell being eternal. We have to be honest about how we use our free will and what our free will really proves. Because it really proves who you really serve and who you really are, is where you yield your members, your will to. And I think, God is amazing, because the best people in life usually have the most broken life, because they have separated themselves from all the vain, all the shallow things of the world, and have come to appreciate the only things that really matter. They're the only people who can actually selflessly, unconditionally express God's love. Everybody wants God's love. They want to be loved unconditionally. They want to be forgiven. But no one wants to give credit to who that comes from. So, let's not blame God, because I've studied all religions. I'm a very knowledgeable man. And not because I question my faith, but because I wanted to understand how people think so I can more effectively communicate with them and understand them. And the Bible is the only solution for the human problem, which is ourselves, our issues. God reconciled us to himself. He solved our problem, the problem that we could not solve, the problem that is innate. Because you cannot have free will and not have the ability to disobey God. So God actually revealed himself within. If you took at the concept of the church building, it's very unbiblical. And people want to point to the Torah, the Tanakh, the Old Testament, and all. But you got to remember that even then, man has always served God in idolatry, in a way showing what man truly valued and called it God. Which is why there was always a remnant that actually knew him, that actually followed him, that actually joyously wanted to please him. Not feel burdened to obey his law, but to want to obey him, and feel grieved when they couldn't and they struggled. And that's the true test that we know whether we're in God, because unbeliever and a believer both sin. The only difference is only one cares about it. So if you piece all this together, if you really take a good look in the mirror, and you understand that, most people really hate or reject God only because of their own unrighteousness, because God condemns the things they love. But we don't give credit that God sees that the evil, wicked things that people love will destroy them. And that God may put a stumbling block in your path to keep you from dying. Let me give you an example. I used to often get frustrated when I'm late. I would rush. I would get into traffic and feel like whatever I'm going to is so important. But once did I never, ever think that maybe I'm being slowed down because I have an appointment with death. And that's one appointment I would like to miss. We think we know so much, but everybody has enough evidence in their life that we failed at just about everything, and that we were wrong just about everything. If we knew everything, we would have avoided most of the issues of our lives. So for any man to sit here and tell me that there is no God, or they don't need God, then all you have is your own lies, your own failures. Good luck sleeping with that. Good luck rejecting that there is a creator who created you, who loves you so much that he solved a problem that you couldn't solve, that he brought you into his kingdom, even though you weren't worthy, but because of his sacrifice. All you have to do is accept. Because the power of God is in believing the gospel, that we're all falling short, that we all are unrighteous, and that only God in his saving grace can regenerate us, can bring us to him. You know, people always are trying to do the things that they really want to do. And that's not true love. You know, because that just means that you're being disingenuous about who you are. Be honest with yourself. Understand where you spend most of your free will doing. And you will realize why your life is in the situation that it's in. You know, people say I'm ahead of my time, but I'm just, you know, God has got me out of the way. And I thank God that he had to break me down so that he can reveal the true spirit that he has in us all. Get your own self out the way. God is everywhere, reaching out to you. He's even within, convicting you of your sins, convicting you of your transgressions. And what do you say? The man who keeps your heart, the spirit that keeps your heart beating, who keeps the breath in your lungs, I don't need you. We all experience loss. We all experience pain. And if you don't believe there's anyone who cares, then what was it all for? If not, but to bring you to him. And I'm not going to keep doing these parts because I'm surprised that my thoughts are flowing while I'm in this traffic, but I don't want to die since my stand is not working. So I'm going to appreciate the grace of God. I'm going to put this phone down. But I just want to give everybody something to think about. Take your life seriously. Because regardless to how you see it, it can be over in a second. And whether you believe in God or not, you will be standing before him, giving account for your life. And he will say, he will prove that he was in your life everywhere you rejected him. So just take the time to see what's revealed out of all your pain, out of your relationships. See what opportunities you have to grow and take personal responsibility for the things that are revealed to you to change your life. Because God is there to walk you through it. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm talking too much, y'all. Peace.